Hey everybody, this is the intro video for Advanced Algebra Trig PreCalc, or the Algebra 2 PreCalc class. My name is Stephanie Henschel. You can call me Miss Henschel, Hench. I'm just going to give you some brief notes about class and how it's going to go and your expectations, and just kind of give you some information. At this point, if you might want to get your parents and say, hey, Mom and Dad, you want to watch this video with me? It's my math teacher, just so you know what's going on. Because I have a sister who's a parent, and she's like, I don't know what's going on. And granted, she has 4 kids with all these classes and stuff, but I know that she'd probably love it if she actually had the teacher and was like, oh, this is what you have to do. Okay, we got it. So you might want to take a little break and say, Ma, Dad, come on. All right, so what I'm going to do today is underneath this, I usually in the stream, I leave the stream just for videos and like information like this. This is telling you about my class. This will be the only video, or I should say probably should be the only video that has things attached to it. There'll be a Google Doc. If you have extra questions that you have for me and I can't answer that, or I didn't answer them in this video, jot them down and then put them in the Google Doc. All right. I'll also have my syllabus and my welcome letter in there. So you'll have a list of all the things we're going to learn. And then you also have the welcome letter. That's very similar to this. I'm kind of looking at 2 sheets of paper as I go through here. So what you're going to learn today about my class is, what do I need to do to get started? Kind of already there, halfway there. What do I need to do in class? How will my grade work? And what will my teacher do to help me? All right. And if I forget something, please just stop me, because I know I am. And hopefully it's not something super big. So first thing, what do I need to get started? Okay, so you need to have materials and you need to be logged into things. First off, you're into Google Classroom. Fantastic. So that's my first thing. Google Classroom, I have everything listed there. I'm going to have my stream is going to be essentially announcements, and then my assignments are going to be assignments. Your assignments in the stream, your assignments in Google Classroom and the classwork, the title of that should be exactly the same in Infinite Campus, and you're going to do your homework on an online on what they call Math Excel. It mirrors our book. So let's say in section 1.1, I wanted you to do questions 3 through 21, and you would do it in paper, and the kids last year would wait for the key and then check it on their own and then ask me. Doing it online, you'll get feedback right away on how you're doing. And then you can ask questions if you're really, really, really confused. So I like that part of it. We don't have access to Math Excel, although we're told we can do it. We can use it. So it's Thursday before you guys even get to school. I'm recording this early. So as I get that information, I will attach that also to the stream, and I might even put it in as a homework assignment too, although you're not going to get points for getting in there. All right. So first off, Google Classroom, get access, fantastic, woo, you're in, and then Math Excel. I'd also say that you want to have 2 notebooks, one for in-class notes. In-class notes are the instructional videos that are attached to your homework. You write those down, you write questions down as you're going, as you're learning, and the other thing is for homework, because even though you're doing homework online, you need to write things down so that you know what you're going to end up putting online. So those 2 things. You also might want to invest in graph paper, the gridded notebook paper, because it's easy to graph on those. I know I use it. Here, I just made a video and I used it. I love this stuff. It makes things a lot easier for me to graph. So you might want to get that. Also, you're going to need a graphics calculator. Now, you should all have access to a TI 84 Plus on your Chromebook. I'm going to actually look at that on the Chromebooks of some kids today to see if it actually went through. If you have questions, I should be able to help you get to that. If you want your own TI, and some of you guys have your own graphics calculator, fantastic. We use the TI 84 Plus in class, and that should be what's on your Chromebook. Eventually, if we're together, I won't let you use your Chromebook with your calculator. I will have you, though, use one of my calculators. I think actually, given the pandemic we're in, because some people forget we're still in a pandemic, you might want to get your own, okay? Everything you want to keep is your own, okay? So that's what you have, okay? So like I said, Google Classroom, Math Excel, when you can get in there, that is what you need, and get those materials and search for that icon. So that's what you need to get started, okay? All right, so the next question is, what will your week look like, and how are you going to know? Okay, so every Friday, what I'm going to do is we're supposed to tell you what the next week looks like. I just feel like you're going to get a ton of stuff, so I'm just going to do a brief video. I'm going to call it the week rundown. I did it last year. Week rundown, this is what your week looks like. Okay, we're going to cover this, this, and this. And then you're going to have a quick check on Friday. It's due, things when you get it, when it's due. So a regular week, if we started on a Monday, this is my vision. Okay, remember, we are doing 2 classes in one, so you're going to have a lot of homework. Probably should have warned you about that in the beginning. A lot of my kids in the beginning are like, God, we have a lot of homework. I go, you realize we took 2 years and we crunched it into one. Yeah. But they had to work hard, and I will say that some of them said they did a lot more math than a lot of other classes, but it was understandable, and they were excited about learning, and they did awesome. They were proud of themselves at the end. So here's what your week looks like. And it might be a shocker, okay? Just saying. So this is where we know, okay, got to stay organized. On a regular week, Monday, you're going to have, I'll put the assignment out there. You'll watch the video on Monday for the lesson. The homework is due Tuesday. Tuesday, that'll be out there. Tuesday, you'll watch the video. You'll do the homework. It's due Wednesday. Wednesday, you're going to watch that video. You're going to have homework. It's going to be due Thursday. Thursday, you're going to watch a video. That homework is due the following Monday, because Friday, you will have a quick check, okay? Quick checks are basically quickly for me to look and see if you understand what you're doing. Your first one is actually a Google form on this video to see if you guys are paying attention and you know how your class is going to be run. It's kind of long, but it's pretty easy, okay? And all you're going to have to do is fill it out and you get your points. Quick checks, 4 points, okay? Homework, 2 points. For homework, if it's done on time, and everything will be due the day it's due at 2 o'clock. And the reason I'm doing it at 2 o'clock is because I like consistency. And on Fridays, I want to do your quick checks. So your quick checks will be due on Friday, so I can check them and put them in Infinite Campus with everything else. My goal is to update Infinite Campus every Friday. Since I've worked with Infinite Campus, I have done it every Friday. So as long as Infinite Campus doesn't shut down on me, we should have it in every Friday, and those quick checks have to be in so I can get them in, okay? So homework, this is all in the welcome letter, but homework, you get it, you do it, you get 2 points. Does it have to be right? No. But if you're getting things wrong, what should you be doing? Asking questions. So you have 2 points for getting it done, 1 point if it's late. I generally give 1 point if it's half done as well. I'm not sure how that works with Math Excel, if you can hand in things half finished. But if you can, you get 1 point. And then if you don't do it, it's missing. And missings will be marked with an M, but they are 0 points. Your late work, like how late can late work be turned in? Your late work is due the day before your assessment. So we're gonna do this unit on just algebra skills. It's a lot of stuff that you need in order to do the pre-calculus stuff. And that's how your weeks are gonna look in the beginning. Now, when we get to chapter 1, you're gonna have probably like 2 videos with 1 assignment, and you'll have 2 days to do that. So it'll vary, but in the beginning we have a lot of things to get through, and they're just basic skills. You got to get some practice with those, all right? But you will always know when you guys have assessments, okay? So now you kind of know, oh, we're gonna get tested too. Some of you may not have taken a test online. I've given them online. I'm looking for things to give you guys those tests online. So your week, you're gonna have a week rundown. I'm gonna tell you everything that's due. I will not put everything out there on Monday. I'll probably end up putting things on the day before. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed with everything. But everything should have a due date, and that due date will mirror exactly in Infinite Campus. Every title for assignments will be exactly the same in Infinite Campus and Google Classroom, okay? And if I have to, I haven't done any assignments in Math Excel. I've kind of played with it, but I didn't make an assignment. If I have to make a title for the assignment, it will be exactly the same. All 3 of them, exactly the same, okay? So homework, I kind of told you about, late work, and we'll work through that as we go. And then quick checks. Quick checks are done either for getting them done, you get 4 points. If they're not done, it's missing. They can't be late. I need those in because I need to be able to assess your learning every week. So it's like, how do I get my points then? Well, guess what? You have to email me and be like, hey, I missed that quick check. Can we schedule a quick Google Meet so we can talk about what we learned last week? Because that's what we really have to do. We have to talk about it. I'm not going to keep sending out quick checks. I'm just not. It's going to take forever. I need you guys to get those done. And again, 2 o'clock, 2 p.m., anything is due at 2 p.m., okay? So quick checks. If I'm grading you guys on actually getting quick checks right, a 4 means you have all of your work shown, you have a great explanation, the answer is right. The answer might be a little wrong, but if you show that I know what I'm doing, boom, you got it. A 3. 3 would be if you only have a right answer and you were asked to explain and you didn't explain, because guess what? Miss Henschel knows what photo math is. I know what photo math is, and my questions usually aren't great for photo math. You gotta think. So you gotta have your answer and you have to explain it. If I ask you to explain it, and I ask kids to explain a lot. A 2 would be that you have an incorrect answer. You have like you started a process that's like, yeah, you have to use this, but you don't know how to use it. And a 1 would be, I just wrote something down. I just don't want to have to meet you in a Google Classroom, which you still might if it's really, really bad, okay? And then M means you didn't attempt it at all, and you gotta contact me and we'll talk about a Google Meet, okay? So those are 4 points. Your homework is 10% of your grade. These quick checks are 20% of your grade, and your assessments are 70% of your grade. Assessments are tests. I'm looking at a couple online forums, and my goal is to say, oh, you have all day to do it, but in that day you have 60 minutes to complete it, okay? So we'll talk a little bit about that as it goes through. You should have an assessment, hopefully after about 2 or 3 weeks of school, like a quick one. In the past, I did quick checks on Google Docs, just fill in the blank, and I want to get away from that for assessments if I can. So as we go forward, I'm going to get better at finding those better forums for you guys taking your test. Okay, so that comes down. Now, the next thing I want to just, what does your week look like? Here is the one thing your week should not look like. When we're doing quick checks or you're doing assessments, those are things you have to do. Those are what you're learning. I don't care if you work together on your homework. I really don't. Like, hey, how did you do that rational? How did you factor this? That is awesome. But quick checks are how I know what you know. So I don't want to know what your friend knows. I don't want to know what your brother knows. I want to know what you know. And if you don't know what you're doing, I'm fine with that. At least I know you don't know and I can help you. If you're getting everything right on your homework and then you're getting everything wrong on your tests and you can't answer a question, well then something's wrong. And I caught a couple kids last year and I'm like, listen, if you could do this, you should do that. And then all of a sudden I'm like, well, Essential, I'm gonna be honest with you. My friend helped me with that one. Well, you weren't supposed to. So again, homework, you can get help with. Quick checks on your own. Assessments on your own. If I kept you being academically dishonest, which is cheating, we're gonna have a little Google Meet or phone call with mom or dad, because we gotta talk about this, because mom and dad are with you a lot more than I am. And if you can't share it in class, which you wouldn't be able to, you can't share it at home, okay? So there you go. Okay, so I kind of went with the assessments. We'll get to that. All this stuff will change if we go face-to-face, which would be awesome, okay? Because then I can give you paper. Everything we're doing right now is paperless. All right, so I went through my homework policy, how your grade works, quick checks, Infinite Campus updated on Friday. Every time you get an assignment, if it's in Math Excel, Infinite Campus, and Google Classroom, everything's labeled the same. But let's say you're like, but it's not showing that it's done in Google Classroom. Nobody cares. Infinite Campus is the end-all, be-all. So if it's listed in Infinite Campus, it's good. If it's not on Google Classroom, but it's in Infinite Campus, you're fine, okay? Check Infinite Campus. Eventually, Infinite Campus and Google will be linked for grades. It's not yet. So I need to manually put everything in, all right? All right, that brings me to my next question. Okay, so we did how my grade will work. We did about what my schedule will look like. We talked about honesty. Okay, what will my teacher do to help me? All right, so I'm here. I can help you if you're in my house. That's awesome. If you're not, Google Meets. I'll have Google Meets scheduled. I will tell you guys when those are on the week rundown. I usually have like a sheet of paper and say, oh, this is you guys, this is your times. And I'll let you know if that time does not work, you need to tell me, okay? What else am I doing? I'm making my own videos for you guys. You're gonna know exactly what I want you to know because I'm making the video. I will do Infinite Campus blasts to parents if your kid's not doing what they're supposed to do or they need to do this and they didn't watch this video. You might wanna be like, hey, get that video up. Let's look at it together if you didn't already do that. I do that. If you're not doing your work, I'll call your parents on the phone or I will text them through my Google Voice. I'll do those things, okay? But a lot of it's gonna come down to you guys, okay? We all have a lot on our plate. I am gonna tell you one thing you need to do, and it can apply to everything. Stay organized. Organize your life, get up at the same time. Organize your work. Organize your workspace. Organize your time. Organize, that's huge. And ask for help. I'm hoping I come off as approachable. This is gonna be tough. But that's what you signed up for. You signed up for, I want to be challenged, and you are going to be challenged. And you should be proud by the end of all of this. Okay, so, I think I went through everything. I'm really excited to teach this. I'm going to tell you right now, I love teaching this in person. We're going to see how much I really love teaching it virtually. I was okay with this class last year. We did some great things. I had some very positive things from kids. I'm going to use those things, and I had some non-positive things, and I'm going to try to change things. I'm totally open for suggestions, but if one of your suggestions is, you know what, you're going too fast, I need you to slow down, I would love, eventually I will slow down. I'll tell you that. I will slow down, okay? But if that is your mentality right now, and that's what you're feeling, and you're like, I can't keep up, and this happened last year, I had kids that just went to Algebra 2. They're like, that's too much for me. Because it has to be, you guys, it's 2 years in one. It's a lot of stuff. I want you to take a look at my welcome letter. It's like most of what I just talked about. I want you to take a look at my syllabus, all the stuff we go through. That's a lot of stuff. But if you would split that in half, you'd be like, oh, that's totally doable in 1 year. Guess what? Yes, because that's Algebra 2 and then pre-calculus. All right, so again, I feel like I may have forgot something. My grading scale is also online. It's a little different. It's not 90, 80, 70, 60. It's a little more difficult. So I think an A is like 87 and up. So take a look at that. Skim those things, but this has gone on long enough, I think. So 16 minutes, I know I've repeated myself, okay? Again, if you have any questions, I'm here. Room 210, call me on the phone, 663-9706. It's also on my email in case I messed that up. All right, good luck. Stay organized. I'm here for you.